Alrighty, 3.2 f-stop, 400 ISO. I mean, you'll hear this one time, and then the rest of the times it's just for my own knowledge. I'm trying to improve my I don't know, videography. Anyway, today's session, 28th of June, 9:43 a.m. Pretty much coming to the end of week 5, I believe, which means I've got another 9 weeks to go. Hovering at around 74 kilos. I did breach and go lower to like 73.4, I think, lightest weight. But man, I was dehydrated as fuck. Like, I woke up, I pissed, it was like apple juice colored. It was like, oh, that's not good. This is not a good representation of true weight, right? Anyway, today's workout is going to be like an interesting one. I'm going to train all the muscles that I want to be pumped when I'm on stage. And the thinking here is that you don't really want like a leg pump, a quad pump, or a glute pump. Pretty much all your lower body, you want it to chill the hell out because you don't actually want blood to go there. You want it to look as defined and as sharp as possible. This is what I think, of course, because I mean, I've been backstage before at a bodybuilding show, like an amateur one, and everyone's just pumping up their upper body. No one's touching their legs, which makes sense. I mean, you don't want to sweat and fuck up your tan, but you also don't want bigger legs, you want more defined legs, more often than not. That's my thinking. And so if you're thinking about all these, I don't want to say superficial muscles, but all these muscles that you want big, that add size and add shape and blah, 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 blah to your physique, we got chest, we got side delts, we got back, we got some arms. But then I also got to exclude like triceps and rear delts because I trained them yesterday and they're a bit sore. So that's what we're working with. I mean, it'll be interesting to see where the strength is at given the 8 kilo loss in weight. But let's just pump it out. Let's see what we get. And we're not going to do too much volume as per usual. But we are going to go fucking crazy as per usual. So let's see how we do. Not that crazy. Sort of left a bit in the tank there. Maybe 1, 2 RIR. That's okay. All right. I got nothing else to say. Let's just do one more. Again, 1 to 2 RIR. Not bad. Let's move on. Alrighty, now I was originally gonna do like standing cable cross, but the right side of this fucking cable machine snapped off. So I'm gonna do single arm pullovers, which I haven't actually done in a very long time. So it's gonna be a little unfamiliar for me, but obviously I want the lats pumped up. Now, something I want you to think about when it comes to training the back, and I don't know if I should do a series on this or, it's just something that I've thought about, experienced, and I don't want to say passionate, but like, I'm interested in it. But if you think about how this shoulder moves in this sort of 360 motion, if you think any time that the shoulder blade or the shoulder socket itself goes backwards, goes back in diagonal, even just straight down, you're going to be working some type of back muscle. Why? Well, because everything sort of on your back just sort of inserts in the shoulder, right? Or maybe towards the spine and shit. But like, when I think about my back training, I think more so about mobilizing the shoulder. I think that's why, like, Kelso shrugs have become so popular these days because people have realized that, you can fully contract a lot of your upper back muscles, upper traps, mid traps, lower traps, rhomboids, fucking lats, upper and lower, by just sort of influencing how that shoulder moves. You get what I'm saying? I might not even leave this part in, but we've got single arm lat pullovers. Let's see how we go. Weak side first, right side. Whew. And the shot. I might just do normal pullovers. All right, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to stick my ass in front of the camera anymore during pullovers. Let's see how this looks. One more set of these and then we're out. We're moving on. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. That was actually all right. Let's go back to maybe chest or shoulders. We'll see. We'll have a walk around. Not bad. Autofocus 2.8 320 ISO. We got cable cross, supersetted, 2 sets. Let's see how they look. I probably need to drop the weight. What I was doing before was, I think I was hinging over too much and I was doing more so like a flat fly. I actually want to try to target the lower pecs a tiny bit. So I'm going to stand a bit more upright, bring the hands a bit closer to my belly button, I'm still trying to keep the shoulders retracted and get a better stretch on the pecs. But if you notice a difference between this and that's mainly why. I sort of fucked up the execution of the first one. Anyway, let's see how we look. Eh. Oh. Oh. Goodness. I think that's a wrap for chest. Let's do some shoulders, biceps, figure out the rest. Look, as far as exercises that get like a pump or a sensation in the target muscle, face away cable curls or Bayesian curls, they're really neat for me. They're the equivalent of like the tricep rope extension. Like, there's a lot of variations to train those muscles, your biceps and your triceps, and blah dee da dee. Some might be better than others. But if I were to be purely subjective and just go off the one where I feel the biggest muscle contraction, for me, it's always going to be tricep rope extensions for tricep. And in terms of actually biceps, it's this cable curl. Yeah, although I never do as much as like an easy bar curl or a normal classic dumbbell curl, this one where my arms are pulled back in that stretch position, fucking, it's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, let's just see how it looks. Ugh. Oh, no more. Not bad. Let's go again. Alrighty. 1.8 f-stop, 200 ISO. There's some zebra lines on me. We'll see. I dropped the weight because my biceps are about to fucking get torn off the bone, so we'll see how we look. We'll see how we look. Ugh. 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 Yep. Yep, grade 3 tear. It's fucking straight detached. Jesus. Ah. Alrighty, we're back. We've got 2 sets of lateral raise machine. Nothing too heavy. We're gonna cut that part out. Nothing too heavy, but real focus is actually trying to get a squeeze, which is hard, which is a funny thing to say when it comes to your side delts, but you train it enough, you're gonna know what it feels like to get a a side delt max contract. You know what I'm saying? If not, just watch this shit. Ah. That's shameful, honestly. I'm gonna use straps next one. All right, not that it's really an excuse, but pretty much. Same camera settings, pretty much. I'm not very used to using the lateral raise machine. Now, look, this is gonna sound like an excuse, but hear me out, right? I got reasoning. My bread and butter is dumbbell lateral raises, right? And when you hold the dumbbell, obviously you got to clamp your thumb underneath, and then if you really want to min max, you would let the wrist relax. You don't want to be tensing your forearms whilst you're doing the lateral raise. So I'm very used to having the weight sort of sit in the bottom of my hands. And that's not usually a problem if I'm using dumbbells because you're not going too heavy anyway. But because the lateral machine is a lot heavier and it's got equal resistance the entire way, it's just a bit tricky to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's why I'm using straps. No excuses. No. I'm so weak. Not bad.